Hey, what's going on Facebook? This is Terrence Walton from terrencewalton.com, and just wanted to touch on a quick topic here, avoiding a specific social media prospecting mistake, and you want to avoid this mistake at all costs. So I thought it was important enough to just drop this video really quickly, and it was kind of impromptu, so I know Facebook is building my audience. If you are able to join me really quickly, feel free to throw your name, where you're from in here. If not, catch the replay. You can fast forward it maybe a minute and a half up to 2 minutes. And but back to the mistake. I've actually made this mistake big time. You know, I made it numerous times. I had no clue I was even making the mistake. But you know, I was making it, and I know there are tons of other people who have made it, are making it, and who will make, you know, this actual mistake here. So just wanted to touch on it. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into it. Where I got this idea, I was actually writing a blog post, and you know, the topics, it was pretty similar to this, but it was 3 ways to ignite your social media prospecting skills. And as I was looking at the very first topic in that blog post, I said, man, if people don't get past this, they have no shot in hell of, you know, growing their business until they get past this. So I wanted to, you know, just touch on it really quickly. So that is actually creating resistance and just getting people to speak openly and honestly with you. So, you know, I'll put, you know, just a few mistakes I've made under that umbrella. So basically, number 1, under getting people to, you know, not create a wall and not create that resistance towards you is, you know, as you're prospecting online, you know, typically I'm mainly on Facebook, so I'm doing that a lot. But what I'm seeing is people are just shooting out, you know, links. And many of you have probably heard this, you know, stop spamming me your links. And, you know, some of you may not necessarily understand. And then it's a whole group of people who haven't even started to market their business on Facebook yet. Keep in mind, Facebook has, I believe, about 1.65 billion active users worldwide. So some people may not even know about this, but you can't spam. You know, I know it's a ton of us who are excited, you know, about our businesses. You have opportunities. It's 2017, so you've got opportunities, you've got you know, products, you've got all kinds of things, and you're excited. But you can't spam, or you can, but you're not going to get the you know, the results that you're looking for if you're spamming. So just put yourself in someone's position. Let's just say, you know, I'm in the business to sell steaks, and I don't do any research as far as who I'm targeting. So I send maybe 1,000 people literature on how great these steaks are that I'm selling. Meanwhile, because I didn't do the research, nor did I, you know, try and build any type of rapport relationships, what you're going to find is some pissed off people, because now you don't know anything about them. So a portion of that market could be vegan. A portion could not even like red meat. Maybe they eat chicken. Maybe they eat other items. So you've got all these things going on when you're spamming people and just sending them your link. And I get that you're excited and you want to get the stuff out here, and you've got the best product, and you've got this and you got that. But at the end of the day, what's going to happen is that excitement is going to go from excitement to, I haven't gotten any responses. Nobody even opened my link. Maybe by the end of the week, what's going to happen is all of these people that you're shooting this to, they're going to get pissed off, and they're going to start marking that link as spam. So what started off as excitement and maybe you just didn't know is now turning into, oh my God, I can't get into my Facebook account. What's going on? You know, so many people have complained. Now you're in Facebook jail. So you want to make sure you avoid that. And I'm going to show you really quickly how you can do that. Now, instead of sending people your spamming people, you know, your links, and, you know, just making people upset, what you want to do is you want to take the time to reach out and build relationships. with people. And I know that's a foreign idea. I see such a different mentality on social media, but it's not too much different than, real life. And I feel weird saying real life, but I know online, offline, it's both real life. But when you're face to face with someone, so you have to build a relationship. If I'm selling cars, I can't run out of my house and run to, neighbors I've never met and just knock on the door and say, hey, I've got a great car. It's great. It's 4-wheel drive. The winter's coming. You got to check it out. You got to buy it. You can't do it. You have to, build those relationships. So how you do that on social media is you take it step by step. Maybe you start off with 5 people. You can actually target your Facebook, profile page. There's nothing wrong with that. But what you have to do before you do that is actually do the research. Go to, maybe you have someone you haven't connected with in a long time. What I do is I search for common interests. So maybe this person is an entrepreneur. Maybe they like sports. Maybe, they're married as well with kids. So there are different commonalities you're going to see where you want to kind of, touch on those as you reach out to someone. So for that person that's on your Facebook page, it's simple. It's not hard at all. Hey, this is Terrence Walton. I know we've been friends for quite some time. Didn't even realize, you were an entrepreneur as well. I noticed you were a Philadelphia Eagles fan, and so am I. What exactly, what type of business are you in? Or what exactly do you do? If it doesn't say it on their Facebook page, just to start that dialogue. So as you can see, I'm not, maybe the first 3 to 4 exchanges back and forth. I'm not talking about business. I'm not sending a link. I'm not telling anyone what I have. And that's where you create the curiosity, because I can tell you now, the attention span of people on Facebook, let alone face to face, is little to none. So no sooner than you introduce yourself or you say whatever you have to say, people are already looking for ways to shut you down, where that resistance, rises. And I can tell you now, if they look and see any type of sincerity with you and you come in there with a link or you start talking business, it's just going to screw everything up, and you most likely won't get a response, from that point. So you want to keep things relaxed. And I'll probably do another video when I talk about transitioning from just lowering that resistance into engagement, into actually converting that person from online to offline, where you can actually speak to them on the phone. But the first thing you want to do is just start to build that rapport, start to build that relationship. And there have been times where I've done that and I haven't talked business at all. And I'm going to tell you why. Because basically, once you can initiate that relationship or that rapport, and you get someone kind of going back and forth with you, you've won. So you've actually lowered that resistance. You've got them speaking to you openly and honestly. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. So what happens after that? What happens is I use kind of, I'd say reverse psychology in a lot of ways. I'm not chasing people as far as I have to tell you what my opportunity is, or I'm not waiting for that 3 to 4, message exchange just to say, ha, here's my link. Here's what's going on. I'm not doing that. What I am doing is I'm just creating that relationship. So the curiosity is there. They're already waiting for me to say, hey, this guy's going to hit me with something. I know it's coming. All right. We've, first correspondence, second correspondence, third correspondence. He still didn't say anything. That's interesting. Maybe he's just a cool guy and he just wants to get to know me, which is exactly what I'm trying to do. So what happens is when I do that, it causes people to come to my page. So, which, kind of makes me talk about point number 2. Now you've gotten past the person speaking openly and honestly. So you're not pitching anything. You're just trying to get to know them. You're trying to find those commonalities, and you found them. So now what happens is they're going to come to you. They're going to come to your page. And they're going to say, hey, what is this guy all about? What does he do? Hey, they see we have these same common interests. Everything that I pointed out in that first message, they see all of those things as well. So now they see, oh, this guy's married. Oh, that's cool. Oh, he does have a business. All right, I'm not really sure what it is, but I see his kids on there. I see certain pictures of his lifestyle. All of these things, are going on right now. So now it even lowers the resistance even more. So they're coming back to correspond with you. Now, one thing I will warn you of, I use this tactic because my Facebook page is congruent with what I'm talking about out here. So you don't want to start prospecting and engaging people. You're going to cause them to come, to your page. So now, if your page isn't congruent to what you're talking about, the lifestyle you're talking about, then that's going to, again, it's going to raise that resistance, because now people are going to say, hey, you know what? You're talking about health and wellness and fitness, and I hear you talking it, and it's intriguing to, some degree, but I'm curious now. So I go to your Facebook page and I don't see anything that you're talking about, regarding, health, wellness, any type of fitness. I don't see any of that. All I see are, jokes, political arguments, all kinds of different things. And it takes away from any kind of credibility that you're trying to present, on the marketplace as far as growing your business. So you want to keep an eye on that. I see so much of it where you have these entrepreneurs out here, and when you go to their Facebook page just to learn a little bit more about them, now you see they're arguing, and then they've got, crazy videos, and it's certain women on the screen, and it's all these things that are so distracting, from them actually growing their business. The main reason you went to their page in the first place. So that person, no longer becomes credible, and you move on. So those are just a couple things you want to look at and you want to avoid as you're trying to just lower that person's resistance while you're reaching out to them, online. Now, I will give you one more thing. You want to be patient. And I say this because when you're private messaging or, direct messaging, whatever you want to call it, a person, is different than real time when you're face to face. So conversations can, they may happen, right? You may say something, that person may say something. Now you've got a good correspondence going back and forth. But there are times where I may say something, that person may respond, and then I get busy and something else happens and I may not respond for hours. It may be a day or so that I don't respond. And all I'm saying is, as you're learning how to prospect online, just be patient, because this isn't someone face to face. They may have kids, they may have to drop off, they may be at work, all sorts of things may be going on. So if that person doesn't respond to you right away, don't take it personal. Do not take it personal. Maybe, in some cases they won't respond, but in most cases they will if you do things properly, just going back to some of the things I mentioned, initially. So just be patient. And I say that on, I had someone reach out to me, and it wasn't done properly, but I'm always willing to engage someone who does. And, they kept saying, hello, hello, hello. Finally, I was able to respond. And I guess I didn't respond fast enough. So they got mad and they blocked me. So I couldn't even respond to the initial hellos just to see what this person, was talking about. So, so just, be patient. Some people, won't respond to you. Some people will, and just don't take it, so personal. And, also another good attribute of speaking to someone online is that there's no sense of time. If you're talking to someone, maybe you have a lead that you've gotten, or you're talking to someone in person, you have factors. You can't call too early. You can't talk to this person too late. If you've got an idea, you want to run something by them, it's 2:30 in the morning. What are you going to do? So with just talking to someone online prospecting, none of it matters. It could be 3 in the morning. Hey, just wanted to shoot this over to you. Hey, how are things? How's business? So you're still corresponding and communicating with people regardless of the time. So that's another thing, for people who are, still working, maybe you have a busy schedule. This is, a good transition from that old school method. People call it belly to belly, but, just being offline. There are so many different, factors that will work in your favor. Just, in transitioning to do social media prospecting for your business. So, that's all I have. I just wanted to, give you a few tidbits, and hopefully you've grabbed some value from this. If so, feel free to drop a comment down under, share the video if you like as well. And again, if you've got value, turn on the notifications. I'll be doing more of these in the near future, so you can get some more good bits of education as far as online marketing for your business. So thanks for stopping by, and I will see you on the next live. Appreciate you.